This is a CBS News Special Report. I'm Norah O'Donnell reporting from CBS News headquarters in New York. Good day. 5 days of services for Senator John McCain are about to begin on what would have been his 82nd birthday. You are watching his casket right now, which has left the funeral home. His family is with him there in that motorcade and will be arriving shortly today at the Arizona State Capitol, where he will lie in state in the rotunda. And as you can see, there are many people there lining the roads, waving flags, and also a huge group of individuals there. Some members from the U.S. Navy were also told, Arizona veterans, military, first responders, law enforcement, all lining the plaza there. Jamie Yukas is there in Arizona. Jamie, tell us what you've seen.
Nora, we're at the funeral home where the casket left just a short time ago. It came through here and then went down this street. And as you can see, where the memorial's located, there were several people who lined the street holding their own flags and coming to pay the respects. That is what has been happening here since Saturday, when Senator McCain's body was brought from his home in Sedona to this location. People have been coming, putting in cards and flowers, many people talking about his legacy and thanking him for his service. I can tell you, at this location, it has been nothing but an outpouring of love. This is an area where Senator McCain lived nearby. He attended church, where the memorial service will be tomorrow. Many people met his friends and family in this area, always had a story about him and his wife, Cindy. Many people just respect him in this area. I can also tell you that there were a number of Army veterans who came out here, military veterans who were holding flags, saying that they wanted to make sure that as the senator left, that he had some of the support from what they considered his second family. Nora?
All right, Jamie, thank you. And now we see the hearse carrying Senator John McCain and his family has arrived at the Arizona State Capitol. Waiting there to greet the family is Arizona's Governor Ducey and his wife, as well as members there of the National Guard. Nancy Cordes is there in the Memorial Plaza, just right across from the state capitol. Nancy?
And Nora, as you can see, the hearse has pulled up directly behind us, and a military honor guard has been waiting to escort that casket from the processional into the Arizona State Capitol to the rotunda, where he will lie in state. An honor that has only been afforded to a couple of people in Arizona state history. And what has been so remarkable here at the Capitol over the past hour is to see members of the military from every service branch, veterans from every branch, first responders standing at attention, holding flags long before the senator arrived, almost in total silence. A really somber atmosphere out here on the plaza for this man who meant so much to the military. As you know, the military, Nora, meant so much to him. He was the chair of the Armed Services Committee over the past 3 years and served for decades.
Nancy, I just want to point out here, we see Governor Ducey and his wife giving a hug to Cindy McCain, who is being escorted by her two sons, Jimmy and Jack McCain. Jack, also a graduate of the U.S. Naval Academy, of the fourth generation McCain to do that. He is a helicopter pilot, and I believe that he rushed home from Afghanistan to be there. And the other son, Jimmy, who has served 2 tours with Marines in the Iraq War. And thus begins the beginning of this memorial, Nancy.
That's correct. And, you know, it was really touch and go for the family trying to get Jack home from Afghanistan when they announced that they had taken Senator McCain off of his cancer treatments and that the end was near. But he did manage to make it back. He tweeted a picture of his father's flight jacket last night, said Godspeed to his father. And now we see the honor guard preparing to take the casket out of the hearse.
Let's pause and just listen for a moment. military honor guard escorting the casket inside the rotunda. There's going to be a brief service inside the rotunda before the public can come and view and pay their respects to Senator John McCain. And Nancy, every detail of these 5 days of services were planned by the senator himself, correct?
It's really remarkable, Nora, when you talk to his friends and family members, how specifically, down to the last detail, John McCain planned the way that he wanted to be remembered. Of course, he had a lot of time to think about it. He was diagnosed with a very aggressive form of brain cancer 13 months ago. And some of his friends say that they were asked back in March if they would speak at his memorial services either here in Phoenix or later in the week at the National Cathedral, and that caused some alarm. They wondered if perhaps the end was near, but actually McCain was feeling pretty good at that point. He was just planning ahead and continued to plan, and that's why I think you'll see a mix of very solemn moments like the one we're seeing today, and also very personal moments like the one we'll see tomorrow at a memorial service for thousands of people, friends and family members and constituents here in Phoenix, because there is so much to say about this man, and so many people who are great at saying it, including the Vice President, Joe Biden, who will speak tomorrow.
And there will be a brief service inside the rotunda with remarks from Arizona's other senator, Jeff Flake, former Senator John Kyle, and Governor Doug Ducey. And then the public will be allowed to come in. And I know the senator's longtime aide, Rick Davis, said this viewing will go as long as people are waiting in line. And there we see Cindy McCain with her sons, Jack and Jimmy, who are following in their fathers, their grandfathers, their great-grandfathers' service to their nation and serving their country, have been deployed multiple times over the past several years in not only Iraq, but Afghanistan. There will be much more on your local news on this CBS station and on our 24-hour streaming news service, CBSN, where we will continue coverage. There'll be a lot more tonight on the CBS Evening News. I'm Norah O'Donnell, CBS News, New York.
For news 24 hours a day, go to CBSNews.com.